It's time for another spooky adventure with haunted history. Hello everybody, this is Jonathan Moore once again with the Hometown Historian channel. Today we're going to do, I think the only thing, I'm putting this in haunted history just because it really doesn't fit with anything else. It's one of those unknown tales, and it is sort of terrifying. It's something that not even a whole lot of Americans know. It's sort of the real reason why Thanksgiving actually came about. A lot of people think, oh, it's because of the Pilgrims. Oh, it was, Abraham Lincoln's like, hey, let's give thanks. And it is partially that. But there's a much more heroic story behind it that winds out telling you the tale of why Thanksgiving came into being. As we came into the New World, the colonists, they sort of kept on going deeper and deeper into the frontier, and there were areas, especially this one in specific, that the Native Americans said, don't go there. There's something there. It is a creature that is evil in every way. It is horrifying. It has made us do things that we just don't want to do, but it's an unnatural creature, and they called it Lord Gobble. And now you may snicker, but Lord Gobble is very, very real. Terrifying creature, 50-foot tall, part Sasquatch, part turkey. He spoke multiple languages, and he demanded human sacrifices. And unfortunately, like the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, we dug too deep and too greedily and wound out awakening Lord Gobble. And unfortunately for us, there was no Gandalf the wizard to help us against Lord Gobble. So for years upon years, it was kept secret, except for those who, and people always thought that people were crazy, but the American government would give a few people over every single year, and Lord Gobble was satisfied. Eventually, though, by the time we got around to 1863, Abraham Lincoln found out about this from the President's Book of Secrets. And he was determined not only to save the Union, but to save people from Lord Gobble. So he called upon his Eagle Griffin and single-handedly took combat to Lord Gobble, defeated him in a mixed martial arts combat, and killed him. And we were saved, no more human sacrifices, and thus he said, we will have a day of Thanksgiving, and we will rejoice, and forevermore we would feast upon his descendants, which is why we eat turkey. It's a fact, it's truth, you can't argue it. It just is what it is. It's a part of it's an unknown history of America. And to make matters, because there are still, they think, there are other descendants that still can speak many languages. They keep in hiding because when Lord Gobble went down to Abraham Lincoln, they were then terrified. So they went to the outer reaches of the wilderness and still reside there, but like dragons and smog and stuff like that, they want to get back their horde of human sacrifices. So one of the things we do with the parades is we put up big balloons of our cartoon characters, our favorite cartoon characters, and it's sort of, we ran through the streets of New York. It's sort of a display of power, so history will not repeat itself. This is a harrowing tale. I don't want to freak you guys out because it just is one of those things that just, when I found out about it, it's really technically we're not supposed to know, but like NBC commercials, the more you know, the better you're going to be able to approach life and also prepare yourself. because maybe we're not just heading towards recession and things like that. Maybe it's a return of Lord Gobble the third or the fourth. Who knows what generation they are now, but that's why we eat turkey. That's why we celebrate the parades. We do that as a display of powers. Like, look what we've done. We have taken these cartoon characters and they bow to our every whim and command. And Lord Gobble, his defeat is known to his descendants. His descendants are tasty. And this is just another part of our haunted history. Sorry I had to tell this tale. It just sort of is what it is. But it's another part of our history that's just the history of Thanksgiving. And I felt like the real meaning and the real purpose behind Thanksgiving be created needed to be said and brought out. And thank you to Abraham Lincoln and his Eagle Griffin. So, as always, I want to say thank you for coming along. This was a bunch of baloney, yes it was, but I got desperate for a video, and I found this thing on Facebook that somebody put up. It was in my Facebook memories. I just thought it was hilarious, and I was like, I've got a weird sense of humor. But anyways, fear Lord Gobble. Thank you to Abraham Lincoln and his Eagle Griffin and his mixed martial arts prowess. So as always, thank you for coming along. Another journey, a little bit of a silly one. But thank you as always, and we will see you all about town.